Welcome back, my dear student. In this lecture here, we are going to be improving our for each loop, and we are also going to be making work or making this register user work. All right. So what I want to do here, it's not much to kind of make this work, but I want to put another functionality in here. First of all, let's uncomment this. All right. So that way we can make this work. And what I have in mind is this. This is the for each right here. I want to make another if statement here, and I want to say if the empty, if the if this error is empty, then we want to do something here. And this is where we're going to be registering our user or our users here. All right. And basically what I want to do here, what we want to do here is making sure before we check these values that we unset or clean it up a little bit. So we're going to clean up our empty fields, right? And whatever we have there, we need to use the key there. So we're going to unset that key or that variable, right? All right, so we're going to go through the array of errors. We're going to make sure if they're empty, all right, then we're going to unset that key. So that way we come here and we check for that and it's already clean, right? If they are clean, if they're really empty. So we want to make sure that it's unset before we do this here. So this should work now. Let's go back to functions.php, and we got a couple things we got to remove here. Make sure your function is clean. We don't really need this here. We're already checking for those. Let's check that out. There we go. All right, make sure you have your global there. Let me see if we are. All right, let's try to make this work, guys. All right, are you ready? All right, let's make this work, or try to make it work, right? Well, we gotta make it work. All right, let's be strong about this. All right, so first of all, let me clean my database a little bit. I got a lot of fields here that I need to clean. I suggest you do the same thing. Right now, go to your PHP admin and make sure your database is clean 100%. Well, not 100%, but whatever you have there, clean. So that way you can test this out. All right. So we're going to call this guy Edwin Diaz just because. And let's register this. And it looks like it went through, but we don't have no redirection. We have no way of knowing that yet. We don't have that functionality. Let's refresh, and there we go. It's working. All right. So our registration is working. What it's not doing is logging in the user at all. And if we go back here, we have this function here, login the user. It's supposed to log in the user, and then after it logs in the user, after it makes sure the user is correct, you know, the password and everything, then you redirect the user to admin. If not, it will redirect it back to that page. All right, so we got to work on this a little bit. So let's go back here to registration, and before we get into that, let's make sure that all this is nicely formatted. Let's make sure our form is good. I want to actually change this submit to register. And I want to also change this here to something a little bit better. Maybe to check to see if we have a post request on the page. All right, because it works a lot better. So the best way that I like to do it is by checking the server variable. All right, so right now we just check to see if the server variable here had, we check to see the request method, and if the request method is equal to post, then we have a post submission. All right, and this is the best way just to avoid a couple complications out there, especially with Internet Explorer. But anyway, so we're good to go here. What we're going to be doing is on the next lecture, we're going to make sure that this is working 100%. We are able now to enter data, all right, but we need to make sure that our login it's working. Not only that it is working here, but that it is working here as well.